What is going on, guys and gals? Brooklyn bound the Raid Scientist here, and today we're going to make a quick guide to the Grandmaster Nightfall, the Arms Dealer, and show you how you can burn the boss down quickly or even cheese him. We'll go over subclass choices, weapon loadouts, and strategy for each of the main areas and strike through this video. If you're new here, I cover all things Destiny, and feel free to check out all of my other videos and content across the channel. If you enjoy it, please let me know. And as always, if you haven't yet subscribed, click that button below. It's free and it'll connect you to the channel for all your Destiny needs. So, Grandmaster Nightfalls are back in Season 13, Season of the Chosen, and next up is the Arms Dealer, which, in my opinion, is one of the easiest Grandmasters of them all. So if you're looking to farm up some adept mods this season, I'd highly recommend doing so on this Nightfall. So, what are the best loadouts to use? Well, because it's a little easier than others, you aren't necessarily forced into the typical Well of Radiance for Warlocks and Banner Shield for Titans setup, and have some variability. For burning the boss quickly, as well as taking out the tanks with ease, I've found Chaos Reach with Geomag stabilizers on Warlocks is top tier. Nova Bomb is also very good, and you can pair it with a Controverse hold for improved grenades. Thunder Crash on Titans with Curse of Falling Stars is very good, although you should be very careful using it throughout the strike, as it will put you front and center for getting stomped. For Hunters, Bottom Tree Night Stalker for Tether and Smoke Grenades to envis your team is probably your best choice as well. Since the Warlocks and Titans likely will be running exotics to boost their super damage, having the Hunters run Aeon Swift Gauntlets is very helpful to get heavy ammo from finishers. For weapons, Anarchy is king here. It allows you to throw dots on champions, tanks, and the boss while using supers for the burst damage. If you don't have Anarchy, Izanagi's Burden is also very good in dealing out massive amounts of damage. Bring a good void weapon for the shields, likely a pulse rifle or a hand cannon so you can pair it with an unstoppable mod, and a sniper rifle, if you aren't already using Izanagi, with anti-barrier sniper is pretty useful here as well. As always in Grandmasters, you're going to be fighting enemies at a range a lot of the time, so avoid shotguns, fusions, and swords, etc. in this one. For the strike itself, I'm not going to do a full room-by-room guide because it's rather straightforward and simple for a Grandmaster, but I will cover some of the highlights. First, watch out for the ships and the threshers pretty much everywhere. Take them out when they show up because they will wreak havoc on you. Watch out for the grenades from the legionaries as they throw them a lot, and if you get stuck, you're likely dead or close to it. Once you enter the big open area where the Cabal are fighting the Fallen, follow this path on screen to skip most of the enemies. You only need to worry about taking out the one anti-barrier Colossus on the ramp. Then, when you enter the tank room, use a super on the first tank like Chaos Reach and Tether. Then, clear out all the enemies that are on the left side from afar. Be sure to clear out everything before moving up. Once all of the enemies are dead, position yourself to super the next tank as well. Chaos Reach or Thunder Crash again will take it out. Like I mentioned earlier, if you Thunder Crash, be ready to either die or get mobbed by enemies, so be ready to retreat ASAP. When the 3 Unstoppables spawn with the second tank, don't forget that you have the entire massive room to back up and worry about, so don't push up and get too aggressive. Also, if the Unstoppables push up before you finish the tank off, be sure to make sure you hide underneath the tank platform because the tank can't shoot you there while you deal with them. Finally, the boss, Brakassan. There are a few strategies on melting him or cheesing him, depending on how you want to do it, and I will try to cover them here. The first option is if your team is running multiple Izanagi's Burden or good Vorpal Weapons sniper rifles paired with things like Chaos Reach and Thunder Crash. To start, when you get to the end, do not activate the lift that takes you up to Brakas. Instead, have one person jump up the chain and climb it to trigger the boss to show up at the top. Then, you activate the lift, and you'll have the entire time to DPS him as you raise it. But don't miss your shots, and be sure to super as soon as you arrive at the top. You should be able to finish him off before he runs off. Option 2, just take the lift up, but don't shoot him at all. Just wait for the lift to raise up completely and stay hidden behind the boxes so you don't get killed by his sniper. Then, once you're at the top, carefully just take out the turrets from cover and position your team to all-out DPS him. Brackus will not move until he reaches a certain amount of health. Before doing this, you can shoot him a few times with your sniper, but like I said, be careful not to take out more than 10% of his health or he will start running. Then, all together, anarchy him, grenades, tether, and super him, and he should pretty much disappear before he makes it to the ramp and jumps up. And the third option is to cheese him. Now, this one is pretty popular because everyone likes an easy cheese, but it does take a little while and requires specific void damage over time grenades, so make sure you plan ahead if this is how you want to do it. When you get to the boss area and the elevator raises, damage him to push him to retreat to his first bubble up top. You want to do just enough damage to get him to retreat and bubble, but stay there. If you damage him too much, he'll then jump right back down, more ads will spawn, and you're basically doing the strike as normal. So, while he's up there, clear out all the enemies in the first wave, and once they are dead, you can simply walk up to the tower that Brackus is in and throw those dot grenades up at a specific spot underneath him as shown, and it will damage him, but he won't shoot back or come down. You literally just keep repeating this, and eventually he'll just die right up there. It takes a little while, but it's very safe. And that's it. Pretty quick and easy this week. Hopefully you get some great exotics, mods, and Nightfall weapons. Be sure to like the video and comment below if you have any other tips and tricks as you learn them. And until next time, Guardians, best of luck.